Okay, students, so we'll be studying the next attribute of your organizational behavior is that personality. So you can see what is personality. A personality is defined as the sum total of ways in which an individual reacts to or interacts with others, right? So basically it is a set of characteristics an individual possesses and shows it up while during his behavior. It is known as personality. It is also defined as the behavior pattern of an individual to adjust with the environment. Okay, so individual's personality is the result of heredity as well as the environment. So what are the personality traits? What do you understand by the term personality trait? So before that, let's come to the definition of personality determinants. So personality determinants, there are two factors as I've told you, heredity and environment. So what is heredity? It refers to factors determined at conception. Heredity approach argues that the ultimate explanation of an individual's personality is the molecular structure of the genes located in the chromosomes. So it is basically inherited. It is inherited from one individual by one individual from his own family or the background he belongs to. Next is physical environment determines cultural development to the extent that culture in turn develops personality. A relationship between personality and environment becomes clear. So basically where you are living, the climate and topography, it influences your personality to a large extent. Okay, so the mental trait of that person is identified through this particular aspect. Like in the persons who are residing in mountains, they have a cooler head. They can deal the situation in a cooler way than the persons who are residing in a hot region. So these are the general things that are taken into account. So if you are told to tell that personality determinants, those are heredity and physical environment. Okay, next is personality traits. So what are personality traits? So trait is a mixture of some qualities where a person behaves in a particular way under different conditions. So there are two theories associated with personality. What are those? MBTI model and Big Five model. So MBTI model means it stands for Myers-Briggs type indicator. So what is done in this particular model? There are 100 questions being asked to the employees, and all the questions have their reverse questions so that the employees cannot cleverly cheat while responding. Okay, this mode has identified four major type of traits, and to identify them the questionnaire have 25 questions each. So there are four traits. Each of the four traits have their 25 individual questions, and each of the questions have the reverse questions also. Accordingly the question is being said. Okay, so 25 questions are further in each trait. There are 25 questions, as I've told you. Four traits are there, and each trait there are there are 25 questions, out of which 12 may be positive and 13 may be negative questions, or 13 may be positive and 12 may be negative questions. Okay, so what are the four major traits? One is sensing, intuitive, judging, and perceiving. These are the four major traits, out of which 25 questions from each are being asked. Okay, so these are that type of people to believe only in the sensing. It means, what do you mean by sensing? It means sensing, whatever they see or listen, only they believe. Okay, only they believe in whatever they see and listen. They do not believe in other things. So if anything is beyond the knowledge, they do not believe easily, and it is very hard to get them convinced. Okay, so next is intuitive. So what is intuitive? It is the ability to foresee, means the persons who have the ability to see a future. Okay, so it means that these people always think of the outcome before doing a particular action. Okay, according to them the outcome is positive, then they will do the action or they will not. So this is the intuitive part of the trait of the personality. Okay, so based on the thinking whether the particular decision they have taken up, if it's positive, if the outcome is positive, they will do the thing or else they will not. Next is judging. These people believe only on the basis of evidences. If they do not find an evidence, they won't believe. So this is another trait. And last is perceiving. It is about the good understanding of a particular individual. These people do not go with the senses or the intuition or evidence, only they believe on the understanding they develop about others. Okay, so they perceive the things, that is based on their perseverance they believe whether this the act they are going to do is going to be positive or not, accordingly they do it or not. So this is one of the ways in which your personality is being scaled out. And another is the big 5 model. Why big 5? So in big 5 there are you can see 5 points are there. In order to develop the personality, 5 points are there. What are those? First is the agreeableness. In agreeableness, it is the tendency of getting along with others. They argue less, they more or less argue more. It is agreeableness is the tendency of getting along with others, and more or less they argue, and they are highly cooperative. So they tend to be cooperative, but they have a tendency to argue, or may not argue, but they are competitive. Okay, so this is the basis on which the big 5 model is being developed. Second point is conscientiousness. It is basically the number of goals one focus at once. It is known as conscientiousness. High conscientiousness means the focus on less goal or achieve it. Means they focus on, high means the focus will be on less number of goals and subsequently achieving that goal. Okay, so they are more organized, systematic and disciplined. Another is, you can see, emotional stability is the ability to control stress or handling other things. Highly emotionally stable persons can handle stress and are highly confident and assertive, whereas have low stability in terms of their emotional stability, and they are confused and nervous. Next point, you can see, it is openness to experience. These people are highly broad-minded. They accept new ideas and changes and are highly flexible. So openness is another attribute that contributes to your big 5 model. So the last one is extraversion. So in this, the people are highly comfortable with others, they are talkative and outgoing. Okay, so these are the very basics of your personality traits. So what are the other personality traits that are relevant to your organizational behavior? One is your authoritarianism. Okay, so in authoritarianism, it is basically is the centralization of power. If a person wants to convey everything they make, it means if a person wants to control every decision they take, it is self decision, right? So this is the self authority he has put himself with. So the opinions are of others are given least importance in this particular aspect, in this particular trait. The opinions of others are not given that much of importance. Next is locus of control. It is the mindset of thinking that all activities and actions are either controlled by external forces or controlled by internal forces. Okay, accordingly they are called externals or internals. So what are externals? External beliefs on others become dependent. When fail, then blame others. And in internals, they are self-dependent. They blame themselves when they pick up a decision and they do not succeed. So what are externals? They depend on others for their decisions, and if they fail, they are going to give the blame to those individuals who have given that decision. And internals, they are self-dependent, but if they fail, they give the blame to themselves only. Next is Machiavellianism. In this, it is the tendency of manipulating things or modify things they never represent, they actually are. Okay, mostly they do modifications for a wrong cause, and that is why it may not be quite beneficial, because most of the times they do the modification for a wrong cause. Okay, so this is another aspect that is taken into account. Next is extroversion or introversion. Extroversion is the ability to means mingle with others, or introversion, it is the inability to mingle with others. You can understand. Achievement orientedness, these people are target in the market, are target driven, and they are goal oriented. They feel discomfort whenever they are unable to fulfill a particular task. It is a good trait. You can understand, it is a good trait, but if the target is achieved, then only it is being succeeded. Otherwise, this becomes a negative trait, because they are always in the hunger of achieving more. Okay, another is risk taking. So risk taking people always take chances. They believe that if there is no pain, there is no gain. And last one of the personality traits that is relevant to your organizational behavior is type A and type B. So type A means the type A people are fast, quick in actions, and they act fast. Before they plan anything, they act. Okay, they do not enjoy rest. And while type B people, they are not that much quick in action. They plan first and then they take rest or act, and they enjoy the leisure. So basically, your organizational behavior will be very much dependent on this particular aspect of personality, because personality is, as we have already discussed, it is a set of characteristics an individual possesses and shows it up while doing his, or while you can say exhibiting his or her behavior. So it is one of the most important aspects that is taken into account, and under it will come the personality determinants. So what are the personality determinants? Heredity and physical environment. Heredity is basically inherited from your family itself or the background you are living in, and physical environment is basically the environment where you have been born and brought up. Basically, the climate, the topography, these all influences your personality. So these two are known as your personality determinants. These are for determining the personality. There are two models, as we have discussed: MBTI model and Big Five model. In MBTI model, there are four basic traits which are being followed, and accordingly, in each of those four traits, there are 25 questions being asked, and as a result, 100 questions are being asked to the employees, of which 50% is positive, 50 is negative, and accordingly they answered that, and accordingly based on that, the personality of the individual employees are being scaled out. Okay, so what are the four basic traits? Sensing, intuitive, judging, and perceiving. These are the four basic traits on which the personality is scaled out. And in the Big Five model, there are five particular aspects on which the personality is being defined. It may be agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotional stability, openness, and extroversion. Okay, next is the personality traits that are relevant to organizational behavior. There are 7 such things. Accordingly, you can scale out a particular individual who is working in your organization, what type of personality he has, and accordingly you can judge the flaws because of which he is unable to work, suppose in the most productive way that is expected out of him or her. So accordingly you can give some training sessions, or some rehabilitation, some training scopes, or certain things may be indicated towards him, so that he can eradicate the negative aspects of his personality, and he can focus on the job he is being assigned with. And basically this becomes very basics of how a particular organization works. Your personality is one of the aspects. It is one of the major aspects, because through regulation of the personality you can achieve higher results. You can means the personality, the employees will be working with each other, so they have to have a adequate personality in order to work in a team. Otherwise there may be a friction occurring between the groups. So in that way it may harm the total production of that particular company. If there is not enough cohesion among the particular employees that are working for a specific cause, then what will happen? The company's productivity will of course go down, because the company is not able to take all the employees together and work as a group. So this is a very important aspect that should be taken into account. Otherwise the overall productivity will go down, and the benefit of the company will come down, and as a result it won't be quite fruitful for the company to execute all the plans they have planned beforehand. So with this we come to the conclusion of personality. What is personality? I think all of you have understood. If there is any question, you can ask me anytime through the Canvas portal, or you can come one by one to me and ask it in the class itself. You can ask me, or in the YouTube comment section, or in the Canvas portal you can raise the doubt if you have any doubt. So this is a very important thing that you need to remember. Specifically you need to remember the MBTI model and the Big Five model. This is very important for your exam point of view. And with this we can come to the conclusion of personality. So if you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you.